Well, praise the Lord, white folks. Um, I want to respond in a very, very positive way to the comments that I'm getting from uh, my fans, or Colin Flaherty fans, I should say. Um, and this proves what is going on here. Um, and there are black people like myself who, right now, they are, they're like I was just a little bit ago, just probably less than a year ago. I felt like, what's the big deal? Colin Flattery is just stating the news. And I couldn't figure out, when he would say, well, the media and the government is covering up for black folks, so to speak. I'm going to say something that's going to get some nasty comments that I'm going to have to delete right now. Maybe they should. And I'll get into that in a little bit, because I'll get into that in a second. Let me explain this. Let's get back. Let's go back in time a little bit. I'm not talking about slavery. I'm talking about my childhood and the childhood of a lot of you white folks. And maybe some of y'all didn't grow up the way my white neighbors grew up, that I learned to love and appreciate, and they learned to love and appreciate me. Um, Regardless of our differences, regardless of the fact that one is always up here and I could never understand that, and I'm always down here and he could never understand that. Okay. Like, catch up. I'm thinking, yeah, catch up. And he's thinking, no, you catch up. But we loved each other. We loved each other. And as Christians, I've been taught to, this is what I love about being a Christian. There's a code of love. It's called the law of love, where you cannot hate anyone for any reason. The only thing hate does is gives you enough strength to fight back. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need, if someone's going to harm you, you need some anger. You need like almost some hatred to really get in there and hit them, so that they don't keep coming back after you. You hit a guy for attacking your wife. You're gonna hit him pretty hard. I don't care how small you are. You're gonna beat the crap out of him. Okay. You catch up with that guy, you're gonna jack him up really good. And sometimes, I think even our military, what I mean, when they go overseas and they see what's going on in Vietnam, and they see what's going on over there in Iraq, I think it's that anger, that hatred, that helps them really, really get the war resolved, to put the enemy in its place. So I understand and I sympathize with white folks getting angry when they see the news, if you want to call it that, on the Colin Flattery channel. Now, where were you before Colin Flattery? Has your hatred for blacks, or your, like the comment section on my channel, has it increased to that extent because you watched Colin Flattery, or were you already that way before you started watching the Colin Flattery channel? But as a child, let's go back there for a second. As a child, my mama, my black mama, well, she looked white, but she was black, brought me up in a black church. that taught me that violence is violence. Hatred is hatred. There's no justification for it, no matter what. There is no justification for it. Except, like I said, to give you strength at that moment to defend yourself or to bring the criminals to justice. But I was taught as a child, and I'm sure many of my white neighbors were. That's how we got along. We were taught that violence is violence. If someone punches me in the face, that's one channel. But if someone says something that makes me want to hit them in the face, that's a different channel, unless I hit them in the face. See what I'm saying? So I have to be careful when white people get mad and they say stuff on YouTube. I have to blow it off. Because obviously these are cowards. They're not going to come to my house, okay, and put their hands on me. Because if they were going to put their hands on me, they would have already put their hands on the thugs. And let me tell you something else. Let me be very clear about this too. You know, one of the comments that I keep receiving is me doing my part against black folks. Me doing my part. My part. I am a middle class African American who goes to work every day. And I, like a lot of you white folks, I don't see this stuff until I see it on the Colin Flaherty channel. It's not happening to you. Neither is it happening to some of your neighbors, a lot of your neighbors, and it's not happening to me. I do hear it on the news, though, especially in this area where I live right now, as I said in another video. We're always on the news. Not as bad as the Colin Flaherty channel, though, but we're on the news all the time. And what is the difference between violence? You know, I was taught this in church. Like, violence is violence, whether it's racist violence or sexual violence or domestic violence or robbery, you know, armed robbery or whatever it might be. It doesn't change because it was a black person attacking a white person. This is where Colin Flaherty, you see where I'm going now. It doesn't change just because a black person is attacking a white person or a white person is attacking a black person. Racial crime doesn't get to be put in a special place separate from other forms of crime. Crime is crime. Like I said, if you attack somebody, that's one channel. You say something to somebody that you should be slapped for, that's a different channel. You rob somebody, but there's no violence involved, that's another channel. We can't put everything into the same channel. But violence is violence. And whether a man is violent, if a man does a crime to his own wife or his own children, why does it matter what color his children or his wife was? To Colin Flaherty, if a black man beats his white girlfriend, oh my God, well, wait a minute. Just like the black woman that got beat up by this guy before she got beat up by him. What was she thinking when she hooked up with this guy? Not because he was black, but because obviously there were some things about him that she overlooked. But the fact that she was white, that's a channel. No, it's not. That's violence. It was his girlfriend that he beat up. Okay, or his wife. Okay, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you put yourself in that predicament. Okay, and it doesn't matter whether, what the color codes are. But we have color codes about things, and I think that needs to stop. Violence is violence. It doesn't matter whether it's black to white or white to black or black on black or white on white or Asian to white, Asian to black, black to Asian, you know what I'm saying? Arabs, whatever. Crime is crime. Violence is violence. And if you think I'm tripping, then all the cops out there are tripping. Because I can go out there and say anything racist I want to say, and a white man can say anything racist he wants to say. No one's going to arrest you for it. They might show up, but they're not going to arrest you for it. But you put your hands on me, okay? You're going to have some trouble with some white cops, white folks, okay? Because I'm going to make sure they do their job. But I love YouTube, man. I mean, you know, the troopers that show up here. YouTube and sometimes Facebook. One thing about YouTube, and I'm going to do a video on that. One thing about YouTube that I've learned within the two or 3 years that I've been injecting into it is that people come to YouTube and they express their sinful, hateful, political bigotry or feelings of bigotry, I should say, in social media that they won't say to your face. So what I'm learning from Colin Flaherty is that there are racist people around me every day, and they just don't have the guts or the audacity in that particular place to say what they feel. And I'm also understanding that when, you know, like I work in a neighborhood right now where right across the street from me, from the medical center I work at, there's graffiti on the walls. I mean, they're trying to turn this place around and turn it into something nice. But it had to be just like a year or two ago that place was a ghetto. I mean, it, you know, and I'm surprised, you know, of how the white folks in there treat me. They treat me pretty nice. But at the same time, there's some people, there's a few of them that come up there and they always do this when they see me. You know, okay. I'm not going to let it bother me. I don't know if they do it on purpose. But the guy that worked there before me, he was black. And I'm pretty sure the lady that worked before him, I'm assuming she was black. Okay. But because of what that place used to be years ago, you know, they want to act like, oh God, you hired a black man. Oh God, what are we getting into now? But racism still exists today. It does. And Colin Flaherty shows that racism exists on both sides. It still exists on both sides. You think white people aren't racist? Oh, God. Oh, God. Woo! Oh, Lord. Whew. Oh, what did I just say? Oh, Lord. Oh. If white folks wasn't racist back in 2012, they became racist 3 years ago. Back in 2013, or was that 4 years ago, when I started getting on YouTube. And other social media as well. Here's one of the comments. There's a few comments that were sent to my channel when I talked about Colin Flaherty fans. I wasn't, you know, I said what I had to say. I was going to let it go, but y'all, see, that's how racism works. That's how racism works. You know what I mean? I show my black face and I say, I'm doing the same thing Colin Flaherty is doing. Colin Flaherty is telling you the news. I'm telling you what that news is doing. What he's doing, he's free to do it. But all I'm saying, all I've been trying to say on these videos about Colin Flaherty is that he's creating anger. He's creating anger. I'll show you right here in the comments section. I wrote down, I didn't write them down completely because there was a lot of cussing. And I'm going to tell you right now, before I get into this, don't cuss on my channel. I don't care how white you are. I don't care how black you are. Don't cuss on my channel. I will delete you and I will report you. Matter of fact, I better put that in the tags. 2, don't cuss on my channel and stop calling me an idiot. Don't call me no idiot. I don't like that. I lost a job over that. Guy called me an idiot and I lost it. That's worse than calling me the N-word. I don't like nobody calling me no idiot. Don't call me no idiot. But this is what they said. My favorite one, start off with my favorite one. America is simply sick of blacks. Which blacks are you talking about? You sick of me? Follow me, like they say. Like they say on Facebook, or they say on YouTube, or they say on Twitter, or whatever. Follow me. Follow me. You sick of me? You're not going to see me on the Colin Flaherty channel unless I'm holding a microphone. You're sick of me? Oh, I know what you're going to say. Well, you know, if the shoe fits where. Look, listen. Say what you mean when you say it. And I tell black folks the same thing. Don't say all. Say what you mean. There is no such thing as white folks in a negative sense, or black folks, or Arabs, or Asians, or any of that. Say exactly the way it is. But see, I think it's very racist to call something black or white. And that goes for all of y'all. Say what it is. You talking about me? Who you talking about? Who you talking about? Can't be talking about all blacks, because the one that obviously that has time to open up this channel, obviously he's not one of them. America is sick of blacks. No, it's not. You sick of Tyler Perry? Then you need to quit going to his shows then. You sick of Dave Chappelle? You need to quit going to his shows then. It's white folks is putting all the money in his pocket. And most of you Democrats voted for Barack Obama. It wasn't black people to put him in office. They was outnumbered by the white folks to put him in office. I didn't vote for the little Mac Daddy, because I knew you want to put a black man in office, the first one should be a Republican, not a Democrat. We're going to have problems. I knew he was going to go in there and play the race card. I knew he was going to go in there and get black folks all fired up. I knew he was. They still fired up. Not even more fired up now that he's leaving. America is sick of black folks. Well, thank you for letting me know that, white folks. Thank you. Thank you. I should just leave. I should just go stick my head in the toilet and drown myself, because America is sick of black folks. Thank you very much. I thought they were sick of black violence. I didn't know they were sick of black folks. But you said it in the comment section. You said America is simply sick of blacks. Okay. Another guy decided to tell me about my IQ. So let me get this straight. I'm working, and I have a young white boy under my wing that can't hold down a job. He can't hold down a janitorial job, a security job, a job working at McDonald's, a job working at Walmart. He can't handle nothing. Oh, but I'm the one with the bad IQ. But I guess those white folks that don't know how to hold down a job, that don't know how to take a bath, that don't know how to, you know, that are doing all these crazy things. And I guess these racist white people out here, I guess they have high IQs. Maybe I'll believe that in the next life, not in this one. Okay? The biggest form of racism is this. And it's very simple. It comes right out of your mouth. When you attack the good guys for what the bad guys are doing. And that comes from both sides. You know what I mean? And it's never the thugs, the black thugs, that are getting yelled at or getting beaten by angry, tired white folks. And it's never the KKK members or the skinheads that are getting beat by angry, tired black folks. It's always the innocent, the most innocent of us. I'm not saying I'm the most innocent of us, close to it, but I'm saying it's the most innocent of us that get attacked. For example, that girl who in that one state got pulled up on by them Trump supporters. All she was doing was pumping gas. Give her a chance to go in there and rob the place, or try to sneak out without paying her gas before you start saying all kinds of racist stuff to her. Well, she was just pumping gas and these white guys pulled up on her. Okay? They didn't even ask her if she was a Trump supporter or a Democrat before they started going off on her. Telling her, oh, we were voting for Donald Trump. There's going to be a change. We're going to make America great again. And that starts with getting niggers out of this country. That's what they said to her. And they were angry. I know. I understand. I sympathize with you white folks. You were angry because of all these Negroes and all these Mexicans and all these different people going to Trump rallies and starting fights. You were pissed off about that. I understand that. But two wrongs don't make a right. That's not the way you do it. And how many times did you tell black folks when they got angry and they went out there because some white dude said the wrong thing to them or he did something, some crazy thing, and all these black folks got together and attacked the wrong white people? What did you say? You said, oh, that's not the way to deal with it. You're right, it's not. But that goes both ways. But the biggest form of racism is when we blame the good for what the bad are doing. And I don't care if the numbers are 20% compared to 50% or 10%, as one knucklehead on the Colin Flaherty channel said. 10%? Give me a break. You need to get out of the country and get into the suburbs a little bit. If you go right down the street, you can probably walk there, my white brother. You can probably walk down the street and find some decent black folks that ain't like them black folks that are getting on your nerves. And if you're way out in the country, God knows, you just watching the news. You ain't seeing this stuff happen in broad daylight. So calm down. Give me a break. Everybody needs to calm down here, really. But, you got to stop making me pay for what other blacks are doing. I'm going to tell you something. If you feel that I need to go out there and, okay, give me a gun. I'll go shoot all these Negroes, all these blacks that are showing up on the Colin Flaherty channel. I'll do my so-called black duty, as some of these Colin Flaherty fans have told me. I'll go do my black duty and go kill my own people for you. And you know what I want in return? I don't mean to be non-Christian, but this is what I want. I want 20 white virgins, okay? And I want about 30 Asian virgins, because y'all got them in your pocket too. And I want probably about 10 Arab virgins, okay? I'm not trying to get into Ebonics, okay? if I'm going to go out there and kill all these people for you to like me and accept me as a black person. But like I said the other day on my channel, we all got to work together on this, because violence is violence, regardless of who it is directed to, or why the violence is going on, or what color of the skin are the people that are doing it. Violence is violence. Violence needs to stop. And segregation is just as bad as violence itself. Never ever say something like, oh, well, like Colin Flaherty said, go look it up. He said it out of his own mouth. Well, what we need to do is we need to get away from blacks. And people said it on his channel. We need to get away from black folks. Black folks should have their own neighborhoods. So let me get this straight. You're saying that because black folks are not that wealthy. You don't have to worry about black folks having the best of the land. But if the table was flipped and black folks were the ones always holding the money, you wouldn't be saying that. You wouldn't be saying that. Okay, you wouldn't be saying that. You're saying that because you know if we separate black folks from white folks, I hate to say this, black folks, we got nothing. We got nothing but what I'm already looking out here. Ghetto. That's all we got. Is the ghetto. Okay, I don't want to live the ghetto. That's what freedom is all about. If I don't want to be stuck in the ghetto, why should I have to be stuck in the ghetto? Just because of the other 90%. Give me a freaking break. The other 90% that's doing wrong. No, I'm sorry. This little 5% right here, we want to live in the good land. We want to live in the suburbs where it's nice and there's no violence, there's no crime. Whether it's black or white, we want to live where there's peace. Okay? But I sympathize with whites that are seeing and experiencing black violence. I really do. And if the tables was turned, I think a lot of black folks would be doing the same thing that you're doing, but that doesn't make it right. While I'm being called names by whites, blacks, youth, not black mob violence, okay? Black youth are actually physically attacking whites with violence, okay? And that is, like I said, that is a different channel. But I still don't believe it's black mob violence. If it was black mob violence, there wouldn't be no Colin Flaherty channel. Hate to say that. There'd be martial law, and y'all would already be outside roaming the streets with guns. Okay, it would be a civil war if it was really black mob violence, especially in the magnitude that Colin is putting it. Two wrongs don't make a right. But I'm going to say it one more time. Violence done by blacks does not excuse white racism. And it does not shut the mouth of us other blacks who are just raising their concern. Okay? I'm a victim of both black and white racism because I can't be honest with black folks. And obviously, since I've started this channel, I realize I can't be honest with white folks either. If I'm honest with black folks, they're not gonna argue with me on YouTube. They're gonna come looking for me. I'm in danger by posting these videos. Okay? But I see, the white racism that's going on. And like I said, there's more of it going on right here on YouTube than I see out my front door every day. Okay, so. But for you to get angry just because I voiced my opinion, go suck it. Okay? Because to me, that's racist for you to get all angry about it. I'm just voicing my concern. And I was a big Colin Flaherty fan until he started talking about segregation. Until he started criticizing white women for dating black men. Look it up. If that's not racist, you're a racist idiot now. You are a freaking racist idiot if you don't think that's racist. I'm an American. If I want to date your mama, your sister, or whatever, okay, what the heck you think we was fighting for? We wasn't fighting for to stick to our own. I don't believe in that nonsense. And if I'm going to go out here, okay, like some Game of Thrones kind of nonsense, I want about 30 white virgins. Send your daughters and your mom if she look good to me. Okay. As a Christian, I really can't do that. But I'm just saying, back in the day, you ask somebody to go out there and, because you felt that they were more used to the terrain, to go out there and do some crap like that, you lost your daughter. You gave up your daughter for them to go do that. Look it up. Look it up. This ain't Game of Thrones. This is 2017. But if you want to go back there, okay, hand them over. Do you really want me to go out there and do your work for you? But it's not your work, though. It's not my work. It's not your work. It's the work of the police. It's the work of the justice system. We can work together. Like I said on the Colin Flaherty video. Colin, why don't you take your information into the schools and let these black kids see what they're doing and see how disgusting it looks? But no, I see him just clowning black folks. And yeah, I know it's just videos. He's just D-Roy, you idiot. He's just showing videos. He's just showing you the news, and it's causing you to do what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You walking around with a gun in your back pocket when you wasn't walking around with a gun in your back pocket before? And what are you doing? You getting on my channel? Like you ain't already said enough racist comments on his channel? You gonna get on my channel and call me an idiot? Call me, tell me about my IQ? You better tell your mama that raised you about her IQ, boy. Boy. Until next time, I love white folks, especially those of you that are Christians, because that's my family right there. It don't matter what color you are. I'm in the Christians. Okay, obviously Colin Flaherty, if he's a Christian, help us, Lord. I think our true Christian would have a different way of dealing with it, not just clowning black folks with videos and probably getting good money for it. Black folks don't need you to post them as the number one worstest people. Did I say worstest? That's my ebonics. Leave it alone. You don't like me anyway. Anyway, black folks don't need that. What they need is they need everybody to be honest with them. And when you become honest with them, they need white folks to be just as honest with them as black folks need to be honest with them. They're going to hate you either way. What you need is to be honest with them. You don't need to be honest with me. I'm the good guy. You need to be honest with the ones that you know really, really, really have a bad issue. Be honest with them. And when you're honest with them, have probably about a dozen cops standing there right there because they're going to go off. Don't make the black kids angry. But that's an understatement because I used to be a black kid. I didn't get angry. Okay. I really dealt with some serious white racism. It still does exist. And now that I'm a big YouTuber, I realized that, oh boy, it really still exists. Maybe not as bad as back then, I still believe, but it still exists. Enough is enough. Whether you're a Colin Flaherty fan or you're a peacemaker or whatever you think you are, let's be honest with each other, whether we have to tell each other the benefit of the doubt or whether we have to really, 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 put cuffs on each other. Let's be honest. And let's not punish the good guys for what the bad guys is doing, regardless of what their color of skin or their nationality or national origin is. Punish the bad guys. Don't punish the good guys. And if you think there aren't enough good black guys, you're very, very racist. All the way starting from you to Colin Flaherty. But God bless you. I love you guys. I love white people. I really do. You can ask all my white friends. I got more white friends than I got black friends. I love white people. But until next time, grow up. God bless you.